Hello and welcome to the spa. We're back. We're bad.
Yeah.
We're something
Still
else.
still in
Still
lockdown.
in lockdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woohoo. Okay. So
How many weeks is this? 52, 53 weeks now in lockdown?
I mean, I think it's been my whole life.
975, I think.
Yeah. It's how are we going? Just quickly first before we start. How are we in all seriousness going with the lockdown? Are we kind of controlled? Are we going crazy? Are we?
I think like most people, well, I can't speak for everybody else, but I think it's kind of a little bit like a roller coaster, but maybe the dips aren't so high for me personally anymore, and
It's leveled out a little bit, eh? Like
I think so, because it is becoming the new normal, which is kind of sad but important. You know?
I went to 2 supermarkets this morning, 2 local ones, because one didn't have all the ingredients that I wanted, and it just struck me how it's sort of normal now to think, okay, what's the queue like? Well, there wasn't a queue, so that was great. And then go in and they have a sanitization station when you go in, and you do your hands in the basket and stuff like that. And I just thought, wow, this is just what you do now. It's going to be weird not doing it.
I think we're kind of lucky because we live in smaller communities, all of us. So we can actually.
Yeah, I don't know. I think for me, I'm sort of like, I don't know. I think I'm struggling a little bit because the people around me are struggling a little bit, and I'm not talking about you four. I'm talking about maybe my kids and some of my friends. They're just struggling a little bit, and that makes it tough because would like to go and give them a hug or just have a chat or sit and have a coffee, and and don't get me wrong. There are a lot of people a lot worse off. I'm not saying it to the difference, but my husband keeps me pretty sane. But some days are worse than others. And,
absolutely.
This is a worse than other day, but that's all good. I'll be fine. I'm alive, and everyone around me is doing okay. It's just mentally, isn't it? It's a mental thing.
It is.
It honestly is, and I think I would be going stir crazy, and I would be really angry and bouncing off the walls if I wasn't listening to my best friend Brooke. Because she kind of took
again.
I know, right? Like I can't help myself. I bring it into everything. But no, because it calms you down, man. Like you just listen to her kind of talk these people through the stuff and kind of go, actually, and it all comes back to it's in your head. All of these things that you are creating, all these stresses, all the things, it's about how you're thinking about it. And
So for anybody listening, how do they access what you're listening to?
So the podcast you can access at the Life Coach School podcast, I think it's called. Just look that up on podcasts. And that's just helpful. I don't know. She has a whole series on handling chaos on the podcast, and I just go for a walk every morning. So exercise is good, but listen to her.
Close to home.
And staying close to home, clearly. Yeah. I know I've mapped out all the dogs along the route, so we know who to bark at every time we walk past them. Yeah.
But not you personally barking the dog, right?
No, I bark. I mean the dog bark. It's totally normal. Everyone does it in the Waikato. No, they don't. It's just me. But I think I'm such a loosey-goosey when it comes to my headspace in the past that now I feel like I'm kind of
helps kind of ground you down kind of thing.
It just, I don't know, just knowing that it's just I have control. Also, I mean, it is a situation where we are out of control. This whole everything around us is not our control. Like and it would be so easy to just go, this is, so I don't know.
But that's why you got to control what you can, which is within your own bubble. So you have some semblance of control. And
what's your mind? You can control your mind and how you think about that. And I don't know.
Anyhow,
sorry, that's a bit depressing, but I've been let's be really exciting. Okay, no, right.
No, it's okay to be down because that's not normal to be up all the time.
No, exactly. Really? So, and the other thing that's happening for me is that it's first day of school. So Zoe's back at school. Peter's done a great job. I've been a slacker so far. So once we come off the school,
online school?
Yeah, I'm not really actually that. They've got some online stuff. We've got a video from the teacher through the system that they use. So we've got to watch that. And then we've got some stuff that we got in a packet that we've been doing a little bit of. So we just pull that out again and do some stuff. I don't really know what we're...
Well, it's tough for kids too,
absolutely.
That's just really weird for them. They're used to hanging around with their mates and swapping hugs and, all
Yeah.
sorts of things, and peanut butter sandwiches. I mean, it's all just a bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, they're still allowed peanut butter sandwiches, just FYI.
No, but you can't swap them with your mate. Have them on
Well, they're not
stuff,
really
like,
allowed to do that anyway. Like, they're
No.
not allowed to swap lunches and eat each other's lunches at school.
I can't get my head around you're not allowed to. I cannot, because in my experience,
yeah.
if a child wants to do something like that.
Well, they do, but it's just not encouraged. They are discouraged from doing it. And Zoe actually had problems with that, with one of the other kids in her class, like, pinching all the good stuff, and it was one of her friends, and so she didn't want to say no, but she'd come home and she'd be all upset. So it's this whole big dramas.
Look, Margaret Bethany Jones used to have the best sandwiches.
Wow. What did she have?
She'd have cheese and pickle, she'd have like peanut butter and jam.
Did she have Dayton Marmite? Did she have Dayton Marmite?
But I had lettuce and tomato and Marmite, and while that was okay, she didn't. So we
it is so alien to me, the concept of wanting to swap lunches. Like, there's just no way I would ever have. Never.
We had this girl
when I was at school.
You would have shared. If there was a few of you, you would lunch swappers, surely.
I remember one girl used to bring wheat bix, which are like little rectangles of stuff, and sliced in the middle, and then they would have butter and Marmite.
We totally did that.
Oh,
I never even thought to do it when I was at home. But it's something that looks better than yours.
It is so
and it becomes a popularity contest, because there was a girl who is a good friend of mine. Like, it was just, she'd get toast, and then it would have butter and Marmite on it, and she'd have it cut into 3 slices, like long ways, like little soldiers, and she'd get like 3 or 4 pieces of bread, and that was her lunch. And we would fight. We would like beg her for some, and it became like she was the one that we all wanted to be.
Yeah,
We were like, she was bestowing
my friend
toast on you, and it was
my
like
friend had a dairy, had a convenience store / dairy here, and used to bring stuff from that. I mean, can you imagine?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. See, I feel like I'm on a different planet. I never experienced any of this.
Really?
No.
Wow.
We just sat there and ate our sandwiches. I don't know. It was just
weird.
Yeah. Nobody's touching my sandwich. No way.
What was that, Cher?
One of my friends used to, her father owned a garage, and they had like stuff.
Petrol station.
Petrol station. And she would bring a packet of lollies just about every day.
Wow.
So cool.
Okay, so what was your favourite childhood food? Okay, not necessarily for lunches, but if you could go back with your taste buds as they were.
Peppermint chews.
Peppermint chews.
The $10 ones, 10-cent ones, 10 cents.
So it was a long candy.
It was a long chocolate bar, and it had peppermint. It was so hard. You used to go,
yeah.
And you could buy like for so many for 20 cents, 2
This is the one that I had that was from, I wasn't little, like I wasn't eating this when I was 5 or 6. I was maybe about 10, 11, 12, whatever, I don't know. And I'd go into the supermarket, and this is terrible, right? Like, I do not condone this. Do not feed this to your children.
Don't do this at home.
Don't do this at home. I would get a can of Fanta, a packet of Cheezels, which are kind of like twisties, like horrendous puffy.
I love it already.
Covered with, and then a white chocolate bar.
Yum.
Just a little, and it was just like nothing on top of
nothing.
nothing on top of nothing.
I'd love to see you hyped up on colour number 256.
Like all of the fake nothing, like honestly, when I think back now,
it actually explains quite a lot, Trudy. So no, I think that's interesting.
What about you, Shah? What did you like?
I could never resist the finishing off the can of condensed milk if my grandmother was baking.
Oh my God, yes. Condensed milk. Oh my God.
Just pure sugar. Pure sugar. Cher,
well,
what about you?
Think that there's milk in it, right? It's condensed milk, so there's milk in it.
There's no, just sugar. What about you, Cher?
I used to like Jaffas, and they're balls of chocolate with a red crunchy coating. And I would, especially going to the movies, and I would just suck on that lolly until the outside dissolved.
Yeah.
And then it was all soft and crunchy.
Do you know, for my wedding, we gave away a packet of Jaffas to everyone who came, because we had it in a movie theatre. And so everyone watched the movie as they came in, and then we gave them a packet of Jaffas.
That's so cool.
That is very cool.
Jaffers hold a special place in my
And
heart.
again, we go to food. Sorry, I led us down that track.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you guys a question.
Okay.
Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so if animals could talk, which would be the rudest? Share.
Monkeys.
Cat.
Would
Cat.
be the rudest.
They would be the snobbiest.
I will come to you when I want something. Otherwise, I'm out of here. Or I'll just sit here.
Yeah,
And
I agree with Cher.
I disagree because not all cats are like that. We've got this little kitten, and she's just like the little. You pick her up, and she's like, "Oh, you're the best," and you pat her, and she's like, "Oh, that's great." Like she's just.
Yeah.
But we've had my last cat, Daisy, was like, "Get the hell away from me, you mofo!"
Yeah.
Like she just was not like. So there's personalities too among cats. I think some cats are nicer.
But I
than
think
others.
cats would be
in
I
general.
think monkeys.
in general.
I think when you're talking rude, like
Yeah.
like what kind of rude do you mean? Because monkeys, we watched Aladdin last night, and I reckon if that little monkey, what's his name, Abu, is that his name?
Abu. I don't know.
If he something like that, it's very similar. Something Abu, yeah, I think it's that. If he could talk, he would have been quite rude. Like he was a cheeky little monkey. Like,
Okay.
you know those little ones, the little cheeky.
Yeah.
I
monkeys?
don't like monkeys. I hate monkeys.
Okay, my second question. One
Very
more question
distrustful.
today. Okay, one more
We've
question.
got no other rude animals, just cats and monkeys.
Oh, that'll do for now. Me? Okay, cat. What would I probably? No, not a lion because they'd be regal.
Yeah.
I reckon
Rude,
snakes
like-
could have a bit of attitude, to be honest.
Actually, that's the point.
A snake could have
I
attitude.
think they'd be mean. rather
I
than-
love
Nah.
snakes.
Really?
What about
Yeah.
horses? What about
Horses?
They'd be like,
Horses can
for
bite.
goodness sake, get off me.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
I don't know. I think you give them a carrot, they do almost anything. Give them a bit of sugar, away they go. I don't know.
They're probably in their heads going, "Oh, carrot, great."
Yeah, excellent.
Like, why can't I have what you're having?
Oh,
type
right.
thing. Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
How
what's the
about a
next question?
goose? A goose would be.
They are rude.
Now they
are.
would be rude, man.
Yeah.
They would be
Them.
rude.
I've never had a real close encounter with a goose.
Yeah,
to
we
be
had a
honest about
goose.
them.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Grab your children and run.
Really?
Zoe, we used to go walking at Western Springs, which is like a big lake area park kind of thing in Auckland, and she was little, and she'd be like, "Oh, goose," and she'd run towards them, and I'd be like, "Oh no, what are they?" Because the gooses are there are really
They
aggressive.
attack.
They attack people, so they're like angry geese, and and I'd be like, but she would scatter them. They would be scared of this
Roosters
little
are the
toddler
same.
running
Roosters
towards
can
them.
be the same. All right, next question.
Yep.
Okay, what kind of secret society would you like to start?
This is the one Char didn't want.
I really
I
don't.
didn't want this one.
You don't want this one?
No,
Okay.
we're
All
going to
right.
do that
Let's
another
come
day.
back to that. That's. I
I
feel
like
like
that
our
one.
brains need to be
You
firing
need
for
a little
that
bit
one.
more. Okay, if peanut butter wasn't called peanut butter, what would it be called?
Gooey, softy goo. McGooey, goo goose, goose, sticky, gooey, up the tongue.
Yeah, okay. All
the
right.
mouth.
You can be quiet now. What about you two?
Lovely.
Gobstopper.
Yeah.
What would you
I think energy spread because I mean it's got that nice protein in it, and
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's a good one. What about nutty spread?
nutty spread.
Some people like it smooth, don't they?
I like
don't
it smooth.
I like it
Oh
crunchy.
my god.
I used to
Char.
like it crunchy. I used to be a full-on crunchy, has to be crunchy gal. And then for some reason we bought some smooth. And now I'm all about the smooth
Dude,
peanut
it's all
butter.
about the smooth. Crunchy is just like a gateway into the proper peanut
You
butter,
know,
which should be smooth.
there's a phobia for people that worry about getting peanut butter stuck on the roof of their mouth.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Get stuck
No,
in
an
there.
actual phobia. It's got an actual name, and it's not
Really?
like peanut butterophobia or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
It's-
that
no,
seems
no.
like it's likely
No,
to
it's
be
not
the
called.
actual
It's
term.
not called that. It's not called that. It's not called that. While Cher tells us her joke, I'll see if I can find it.
Okay, hang on. How about so jokes? But then we got to talk about because we did promise yesterday that we're going to talk about our dead dinner party guests.
I reckon we should do
Oh.
the dead dinner party guest tomorrow. Because we've
Okay.
done an awful lot of other stuff that we didn't.
We've
plan
just
to talk about.
rambled
We have
meaninglessly
rambled, and
today,
we're almost
so that
there.
makes sense. Let's go with Cher's joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
ready?
Go.
What time did the man go to the dentist?
Don't know.
2:30.
It's actually quite
I'm
good.
taking this to the grandchildren today.
It's actually quite good.
That's clever. That's cute. I like that.
Okay, the fear of peanut butter.
Yeah.
It's more the fear as the not of the actual thing, but it's of it sticking to the roof of your mouth.
Right.
Okay, so it's called, and Arachibutwairopephobia.
Okay, I think she might have been the wrong one to read that out.
Okay, so that's ARACHIBU.
Yeah, spelling it out doesn't really help that either.
Welcome to Latin with Wendy.
Welcome to Explaining Words
I'm
with
going
Wendy.
to teach you to enunciate your vowels. Yeah, no,
Okay.
no.
Not that we're laughing at any phobias, because hey,
no, it's always a
no judgment zone here.
No, it's good.
Zoe's trying to get in. She's like, "Let me in, mummy."
All right,
No.
well, we're done anyway. I think.
On that note, tell us about your childhood, your favorite childhood food. It's really fun. Actually listening to everybody's.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Thanks
All right.
Cool.
Thanks.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.